What up, guys? Kevin here. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, sitting at a 91 with 119 critic reviews. Gotta tip my hat off. I don't like PlayStation. I don't care for this game, but hey, 91's a 91. It did dip down to a 90 for a little bit, went back up to a 91. However, something weird's going on. Something very weird is happening. I don't think I've ever seen this. IGN, and GameSpot both gave this game an 8, and it still managed to get a 90 plus Metacritic score. Has that ever happened before? I don't think that's ever happened before. I mean, it's got it, right? If you take all the 90 plus games in history, I would have to assume IGN or GameSpot gave the game at least a 9 plus. Because usually those two are, I don't want to say they're spot on, but if they're both saying it's an 8 out of 10, everyone else would probably be like, okay, maybe it's a 9. However, you do got to take off 5 points for PlayStation games. I would say, yeah, PlayStation games and the big Nintendo games, you got to subtract 5 points. It's just they got way too many fanboy reviewers. And Xbox, you got to add 5 points. It's just, that's a fact. That's something you have to do. So this is really an 86, which is still a great score. It sounds like it is the best Spider-Man game, so that's good. But the Mary Jane missions are back. What was one of the feedback? Like, I wasn't paying super close attention to all the Spider-Man news when that game came out, but I kept seeing over and over, like, hey, these Mary Jane missions suck. We don't want them. And you know what they did in 2? They still included them. What is wrong with developers when everyone's like, hey, this thing sucks, take it out, and they go, no, we're still doing it. Like, come on, like the stealth in this game is awful, according to ACG. And I saw somewhere that all this side stuff is just mundane boringness, but everything else is great. Again, I tip my hat off to PlayStation, 91. This is what you can do. You can release one game a year. Might as well be Spider-Man 2, the 91. Maybe they'll do it next year with Wolverine. They'll get a 91, and it's like, hey, PS5 still fly off the shelves. But yeah, Insomniac, they're a very talented studio. People are like amazed that they put out so many games, and I'm over here going, yeah, there's a lot of studios that do it. Like Neon Falcon, they're always either putting out a Trails or Ys game every year. RGG Studios has Like a Dragon game at least coming out every year or two. Gus with the Atelier. It's like in the JRPG landscape, they got it down. You know why? Because it's like they got their engine, they know how to work with it, and they make great games with it. And Insomniac does the same thing as well. They make a certain type of game, and they're used to making that certain type of game, and they do it very well. So, congrats, Insomniac. It's Spider-Man 2. I don't want to say I will not play it. I'm the type of person where I just wake up, oh, the game's out, I won't play it. But, it's not a JRPG. As time goes on, it's just harder and harder for me to play games that are not JRPGs. It's just, I just beat Tales of Symphonia, and those games, like JRPGs, are just so complete. You get a great story, great characters, great world building, great everything, and they're usually based. I mean, Jesus, you hit on a bunch of women in Tales of Symphonia, and then you get a title called Gigolo. You're not going to see that in Western games. All right, but there you have it. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, 91. Congrats, PlayStation fanboys. At least the ones that are like, hey, I got a good game to play. The ones that are going to be like, hey, throw it down Xbox guy's throat. Y'all are weird. All right, I got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.